Am I allowed to have this?
Yeah.
Product
placement.
Guys.
Time and time again, I gotta turn that round and tell these hoes that I am the HAIC beast. That's just the way we go. If you came to represent.
Well, first off, I want to say thanks so much for coming and talking with us, man.
I'd love to be here.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Thanks for coming out to Global too. I'm sure you're excited to go and play.
Beyond excited.
Yeah.
So excited.
So I'll just start off with what really started you getting into music production?
I was like 13 years old, and I was just playing piano and guitar, and I was into a lot of emo bands, like hard rock bands. And I was just kind of recording bands in my basement. Then I got into like folk music, then I got into country music, and then I got into, we got back into metal, and then I got into EDM when I was 18 in college. So that's what happened.
Nice. It seems like a lot of guys go from like the metal scene into the electronic scene.
Yeah, I don't know why. Well, a lot of the kind of metal bands were infusing electronic elements into music, like 2008, 2009.
Like Attack and those guys. Yeah.
Damn, man. Yeah. Damn, those are good. I think actually Skrillex did a remix of Bring Me the Horizon.
Yeah, I think he actually mastered their whole album too.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, he's really tight with Ollie.
Oh, fucking Ollie sucks. their new album is so good.
Right.
Yeah.
So how did you get involved with Monstercat then? Like you said, you just kind of started at 18 getting into electronics, so where did that kind of stem from?
The Monstercat thing?
Yeah.
Well, I just had a bunch of unreleased tracks. This was back in January, and we just sent it to him, and then we had a conversation back and forth, and then we just decided to do a whole like 6-month release thing, and yeah, that's where it started.
That's awesome.
And I think I have like, I have like a single in September. I'm not gonna say the name, but that one's what we're all preparing for.
Okay, cool.
Really excited about it.
I'm excited about that. How's it been so far being part of that Monstercat family?
Dude, I love it. Like, I love Monstercat. I
Yeah.
actually was with them in Vancouver, and like their office is amazing. It's like a tech company. Like, they're just so ahead of the game. I love everyone there. It's like a family. Mm-hmm. And they treat you well too. It's amazing.
That's good. Yeah. So speaking of that too, you were just out in LA, right? With what was it, Cruella, Pierce Fulton, Puppet.
Yeah.
Playing like it was a Monstercat showcase. So how was that? How was it playing like with such big names and like really having your own niche sound in that kind of group and building your own stage presence and everything?
I mean, it was amazing. It was an honor to play with Cruella, and Puppet's amazing.
Yeah.
I think Pierce Fulton played too.
Yeah.
He's great too. But it was great because I was at Exchange LA, and that was my first time playing there, and it was like amazing because it used to be like a stock exchange. But playing with them, it's amazing because I always looked up to Cruella's music a lot. One of my big inspirations, like getting into EDM, and it was just awesome for me.
That's great.
Yeah.
So speaking of shows too, you just played Fade in the Park, and that was with, like we were talking about, Anna Luno, Troy Boy, and a bunch of others. How was that? Like, was there any really cool sets that you caught? How was the crowd?
I caught Anna Luno's set was amazing. Troy Boy was amazing. That's all I really caught. I caught Galantis for a little bit.
Okay.
But I was so tired and high that I was like walking around. I was like. But it was, and I saw Seven Lions. Travis Scott was incredible.
Okay.
He like destroyed the crowd, dude.
I think
Like he went on stage and
we talked to Troy Boy too, and Troy Boy said that Travis Scott was probably one of the best like performers he's seen.
As soon as he walked on stage, it was like the crowd just went.
That's
it was
great.
Insane. It was amazing. He didn't even say anything. He's just like, "What's up?" I was like, yeah.
So speaking of that as well, are you excited to play Red Rocks for your first time with Global Dance?
Yeah, dude. Red Rocks is like the most famous venue in the world.
Yeah.
So and it's extremely beautiful. Like the scenery is not even real. Like this isn't real.
Yeah.
But I'm excited because this is one of my favorite festivals as well, and
Okay.
it's an honor to be here.
We're excited to have you out here too.
Very excited.
So who's your one artist that you're really excited to catch today?
Probably DJ Snake because I haven't seen him perform yet.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Yeah, that'd be amazing. Can't wait to see him.
So with that, I had one question for you. After a late night show, what is your one food that you have to grab?
Okay, so if I'm in Canada, it's poutine.
Poutine?
Yeah, definitely, dude, because there's like so many different types of poutine. And I always end up getting like a poutine with avocado because I live in California, so it's like in my blood now. But if I'm in the US, hamburger.
Hamburger?
Or like just nothing, I just sleep or read.
Just no food.
I'm like an old man.
There you go. And you just talked about this too. You talked about you really were into metal and folk and country and all that kind of stuff. So
Yes.
how would you describe your music taste in one word if you could?
Probably weird.
Weird?
I had to silence this phone.
Oh, you're good.
weird, eclectic. Because like my friends would make fun of me growing up because I would listen to like today on the plane I would listen to Notorious B.I.G. and then 2 seconds later Simon and Garfunkel. Like it just makes no sense. Like it's cool, but it just makes no sense. But I feel like that's what gives me the inspiration.
That's great.
Yeah.
So speaking of inspiration too, what's your biggest influence right now in your music?
Right now for the unreleased stuff, Damon Albarn and Danger Mouse.
Okay.
For sure. Those two guys are like my idols in music and like modern pop music and Blood Sheen Avant.
I don't think I'm familiar.
Half Atlantis and
Okay.
Mike Snow.
Nice.
They produced Britney Spears' Toxic. It's my favorite
Yeah.
modern pop song.
I was just jamming out to that song last night, actually.
So good, dude.
So one last question for you, then we'll wrap this up. If you had any advice for your fans, for upcoming producers, or for even like your old self, like getting into it when you first got into it, what would you say?
Get out. No. Dude, just stick to your sound, stay true to yourself, and work your ass off.